these are some applications of trigonometry. So like in the previous chapter, you have studied about the trigonometric ratios. In this chapter, we'll learn how to use them. Okay, how to use them. So normally when we see that, suppose if a building is in front of us and we need to find its height, or we have to find the distance between the building and and where we are standing, so we use here the trigonometry, and in different sectors also we use it, right? So when we say the looking here, if you can see the examples, so if you just see the examples here, the height and the distances. So let us consider in the figure 8.1 of the previous chapter, which is a redrawn below here, that is figure 9.1. So we can see here, this picture is given. Okay, now we can see this, a person is standing here. Okay, his height is AE, his height is AE. Now we can see here, so just imagine this point is the point where his or her eyes are located. Okay, so if this fellow, okay, of this student is looking at the top, then this line is known as a line of sight. जिस डायरेक्शन में ये देख रहा है, इसे बोलेंगे line of sight. Likewise, and this is, this line is parallel to the ground. This line is parallel to the ground, and so the angle between this horizontal line and this line of sight, this known as angle of elevation. Angle of elevation means when you raise your hand to just see something, that is, it means that is angle of elevation. That is angle of elevation. Okay, so if we draw this in a form of right angle triangle, so we can easily see here, this is angle of elevation, this is line of sight. Likewise, if we say, if you are standing, suppose on a balcony, okay, and when you see in the downward direction, when means when you are, yes, keeping your head in the downward direction, so that is again a line of sight, because in this direction only you are looking to this object, and this is again the horizontal line which is parallel to the ground. So this angle here is known as angle of depression, means just keep your head still, okay, look in front straight away, that is line of sight. Okay, when you just keep your head in the upward direction, so it is creating an angle. That angle is known as the angle of elevation. Likewise, if you see in the downward direction, just keeping your head in downward direction, right? Okay, so that angle is called the angle of depression. That angle is called the angle of depression. Okay, now looking at this figure, we can see here a object that is a kite. So a girl is standing here and just looking at the kite. So this line of sight means in which direction she is looking, that is called the line of sight. And again, this is the horizontal level. Okay, so this angle formation or the angle formed here is called the angle of elevation. Right, this point is clear. In the same way, angle of depression means when we are looking in the downward direction. So first is, thus the line of a sight is a line drawn from the eyes of an observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. So the angle of elevation of a point viewed is the angle formed by the line of sight with the horizontal when the point being viewed in above the horizontal level. So above the horizontal level, we can see easily here. So that is the case when we raise our head to look at the object. When we raise our head to look at an object, so that is called the angle of elevation. For example, when you see that an aeroplane is in the sky, so in order to see it, you just raise your head. So that means you are forming an angle of elevation. In the same way, when you lost something and you just start searching it in the school, suppose school playground, so at that time your head is in the downward direction. That is called the angle of depression. I hope this point is clear, right? Okay, so thus the angle of depression of a point on the object being viewed is the angle formed by the line of a side with the horizontal when the point is below the horizontal level. So that is the case when we lower our head to look at the point being viewed. Okay, so I hope this angle of elevation and the angle of depression, both the points are Clear? Now, how to use it? So just I'll tell you. Look here carefully. Okay, so suppose this is our right angle triangle ABC, and if we say this is our angle theta, so this is our angle of, yes, if you look in the downward direction, this is called our angle of depression. Okay, you can see easily here that this, suppose this is AX, so AX is parallel to BC. It means if this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. Alternate interior angles, because this property will use when we solve the question related with the angle of depression. So both the angles are equal. The reason is very simple, because of alternate interior angles. So in case of angle of elevation, we don't have any problem. Okay, so always remember one thing: if this is the theta, then this will be perpendicular, this will be base, and this will be hypotenuse. This point is clear, right? Okay, so moving forward towards the example, so that this will become more clear. So they are saying that a tower stands vertically on a ground from a point on the ground which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation, of the top of the tower is, found to be 60 degree. Find the height of the tower or the tower. So what you have to keep in mind, the first thing is you have to go through the question carefully, and then you have to make a figure of it. Okay, so if you draw the figure of it, what we are getting here, just see here. Okay, so just see here. First, let us draw a simple diagram to represent the problem. Here AB, is representing the tower, and CB is the distance of the point from the tower, and angle ACB is the angle of elevation. So what we have to determine, we have to determine the height of the tower, that is AB. Okay, so it means in a language form, either we write just one or two sentences only, not more than that. Okay, and we'll draw a figure. After that, now what we have to see, we have to just look in the question that what is given and what we have to find. So here this base is given to us and we need to find the height. So the relation between the height and the base, we all know, that is 10. So likewise, so if you see, to solve this problem, we choose the trigonometric ratio tan 60 degree or cot 60 degree, as the ratio involves AB and BC, means a known value and an unknown value. So we have taken here tan 60 is equals to perpendicular upon base, that is AB over BC. So value of AB we have to find, put the value of BC, that is 15. Tan 60 is equals to root 3. On solving this, we are getting AB is equals to 15 root 3. So this is the required height of the tower, that is 15 root 3 meter. And always remember to write the unit also. Okay. Yes. Now moving towards the second example. Now looking here, an electrician has to repair an electric fall on a pole of a height 5 meter. She needs to reach the point 1.3 meter below the top of the pole to undertake the repair work. What should be the length of the ladder that she should use, which when inclined at an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal would enable her to reach the required position? Also, how far from the foot of the pole should she place the foot of the ladder? Okay, and here they have given that you may take under root 3 is equals to 1.73. So what we have to find here, we have to find the length of the ladder, also how far from the foot of the pole, means we have to find this distance also. So what is given here, given is the height of the pole is 5 meter is given. So AD is the, so let us consider that AD be the electric pole, okay, with the height of 5 meter, and B is the required point. So BC is the length of the ladder and DC is the distance of the ladder from the foot of the pole. Now, we have to first see that now the right angle triangle which we are getting is here BDC, in which the angle is given here 60 degree. Okay, that is the base angle, and we need to find this BD. We need to find this BD, then only we can find BC, that is the length of the ladder, as well as DC, that is the distance of the ladder from the foot of the pole. Now, so this whole distance AD is 5 meter and AB is given 1.3 meter, 1.3 meter, as they are saying the required point is 1.3 meter below the top. So it means BD will be equals to, so we have here BD is equals to AD minus AB is equals to 5 minus 1.3, which is equal to 3.7 meter. Okay, so here BC represents the ladder. We need to find its length, that is the hypotenuse of the right triangle BDC. Now looking here carefully, so if we have to find the, that is the length of the ladder, it means perpendicular is known to us, we have to find the hypotenuse. So relation between the hypotenuse and perpendicular is sine, so we are taking a sine 60. So sine 60 degree will be equal to BD over BC. So on solving this, we are getting here that BC is equal to 3.7 into 2 over root 3. Now, if you put the value of root 3 equals to 1.73, then approximate value we are getting is 4.28 meter. So since we are not getting the exact value, so we are writing here approximately. Remember this, okay? Now, because whenever we are dividing logically by root 3, so we are not getting a perfect answer. Yes, as root 3 is an irrational number. So that's why they are saying just take root 3 is equal to 1.73. As we know that this is a non-terminating, but yes, but repeating decimal. Okay, so it means it is not possible if we divide this by 1.73, then we are getting the exact value. We are getting the approximate value. Now, the length of the ladder should be 4.28 meter. Now, once the length of the ladder is known, we have to find the base. We have to find the base. So we are taking here cot. We can also take the 10, no problem. So we are writing here cot 60 degrees equals to BC over BD. That is base over perpendicular. So on solving this, we are getting BC is equals to 2.14 meter approximately. So therefore, we should place the foot of the ladder distance of 2.14 meter from the pole. From the pole. Okay. Yes. So now, looking at this example, again, a very important and a good example. Okay, just go through this very carefully. An observer 1.5 meter tall is 28.5 meter away from a chimney. The angle of elevation of the top of the chimney from her eyes is 45 degree. What is the height of the chimney? So we need to find the height of the chimney. So here the height is given of the observer, that is 1.5 meter. So it means this is observer DC, its height is 1.5 meter, and this is the chimney which is 28.5 meter away. So this distance is given 28.5 meter away, and this angle of elevation is given 45 degree. So what we need to find? We need to find the height of the chimney. Okay, height of the chimney we have to find. So look at carefully. Here AB is the chimney and CD is the observer, and angle ADE is the angle of elevation. So in this case, AD is a triangle. AD is a right angle triangle. So we require to find the height of the chimney. And the height of the chimney, how to find? So just look here first. Okay. So we have here, look here. AB. AB means AE plus EB. So that means AE is not known to us. We have to find that, and plus 1.5. So it means here what we have here DE. DE is equals to CB, because if we can see here that BCDE is forming a rectangle and the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So if we have CB is equals to 28.5, it means DE is equals to 28.5. Now, we know the angle, we know the base, we have to find the AE. So we write here 1045 degrees equals to AE upon DE. 1045 is equals to AE upon DE. So look here. So this is 45 degree. 10 means perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is AE and base is here DE. Okay. So now, as we know, the 1045 is equals to 1. So 1 is equals to AE upon 28.5. On solving this, we are getting AE is equals to 28.5. 28.5. So 28.5 is not the answer because we have to find the height of the chimney, and the height of the chimney is AE plus EB. So AE is 28.5, EB is 1.5. We have to add both the values, so we'll get the height of the chimney, which is equals to 30 meter, which is equals to 30 meter. Yes. Now I'm explaining you the next example. So take care of these examples. So once the examples are clear, I think everything is quite easy. Okay, so look at the next example. In the next example, what we have to do, okay, from a point P on the ground, the angle of elevation for top of a 10-meter tall building is 30 degree. A flag is hoisted at the top of the building and the angle of elevation of the top of the flag staff from P is 45 degree. So what is given here? From point P on the ground, the angle of elevation top of 10-meter tall building. So this building is 10-meter tall. So you can see this building is 10-meter tall and there is a flag on the top of the building. So just look here carefully. So from the point P, which is a point of observation, we can see here that the angle formed at the top is 45 degree and angle formed at the top of the building is 30 degree. Okay, so just look at the question very carefully. So what they are saying that a flag is hoisted at the top of the building and the angle of elevation, the top of the flag staff is 45 degree. So top of the flag staff is 45 degree, right? And the top of the building is 30 degree. So what we have to find? We have to find here the length of the flag staff, right? This length we have to write, that is dB. So dB directly we can't find. So what we need to find? We need to find the length AD. We need to find the length AB, because when we subtract this AD from, when we subtract this BA from AD, then we'll get the required result. Okay, so it means we have to consider two right angle triangles. So first we are considering the triangle PAB. So this angle is given 30 degree, right? And the height of the building is given 10. So 1030 will become here AB over PA. AB over PA. So on putting the value 1030 is equals to 1 over root 3. This everybody knows. Yes. Now 10 over AP. So on solving this, we are getting here AP is equals to 10 root 3. So 10 root 3. Now if we are writing this 10 root 3 in terms of decimal, it is coming 17.32 meter approx. 17.32 meter approx. Why approx? You know. Okay. So after this we see now, suppose, let us suppose dB is equals to x. Now we are considering dB is equals to x meters. So then AD will be 10 plus x meters. So now we consider right angle triangle PDA. So in this triangle PDA, we have this as a height, this as a base. So 1045 degree. Now this is 45 degree. This whole angle is 45 degree. So 1045 is equals to AD over AP. So on solving this, we are getting here 10 plus x over 10 root 3 is equals to 1. And that is x is equals to 10 root 3 minus 1 is equals to 7.32 approximately. So this is the length of the flag staff. Okay. Or what you can do, you can simply, in place of 10 plus x, you just find the value of AD. After finding the value of AD, you can subtract the value of AB from it. That's looking at a shadow of a child standing level ground is found to be 40 meter longer when the sun's altitude is 30 degree. is 30 degree, sorry, altitude is 30 degree, then when it is 60 degrees, so find the height of the tower. So it what is given here, it is given that AB is a tower, okay, and the shadow formed by AB, when this is 60 degree, this shadow, when it's 30 degree, then the shadow, okay. So what they are saying, so in figure 9.8, AB is the tower and the BC is the length of the shadow when the sun's altitude is 60 degree, okay. So this is the length of the shadow when the sun's altitude is 60 degree, and this is the length of the shadow when it is 30 degree, and this distance is given equals to 40 meter. So again, what we have to find here, we have to find the height of the tower, we have to find the AB, okay. So dB, and now this distance can be taken as x, sorry, this distance can be taken as x, this is x, right? So it means dB is equals to 40 plus x. So now in right angle triangle ABC, if we consider ABC, so in this ABC we have tan 60 degrees equals to AB over BC. So that is root 3 is equals to, now this height is taken as h over x. So this is the first equation. Second equation we'll get from here. If we consider this triangle ADB, then we have tan 30 is equals to AB over DB. So that will be 1 over root 3 is equals to h over x plus 40. So from here we are getting h is equals to x root 3. X root 3. So if we just using the substitution method, if we put this value in the equation, okay, and yes, so this from first we have taken this value, so just put this in the second equation. On solving it, we'll get here x is equal to 20. So this distance is equal to 20. Now the height of the tower will be h is equal to x root 3, so that is 20 root 3. So 20 root 3 meter is the answer. So we have both the answers, that this length of the shadow, that is CB, which is equal to 20 meter, and the height of the tower, which is equal to 20 root 3 meter. 20 root 3 meter, okay. So likewise, you just go through the remaining examples, okay.